Climate change and how to make a difference. East Herts District Council begins a community response to find solutions.
The seriousness of climate change and its implications is now well publicised, with over 1,261 jurisdictions in 25 countries declaring a climate change or emergency, with over 260 authorities and organisations across the UK, including most of the district and borough councils in Hertfordshire.
Round table discussions begin right away, and there's lots to talk about. Exploring how the council, local individuals, businesses and interest groups can all contribute to reducing carbon emissions.
We've got a lot to do. We've got to sit down with the planners, we've got to sit down with the developers and understand how we can all come together, work together on the new technology and how we can embrace it and how all the local groups can make a contribution.
Well, as Graham said, today's event is very much about working together, and really we want to spend as much time this afternoon as possible hearing from you. It's the issues that you raise we want to hear about, and whatever goes down on paper will be recorded. So that's the key thing to remember, to get those points across and down in your roundtable sessions.
Wildlife diversity and habitats. And I think people on the town council, their attitude was we're not.
There's a page in the Access magazine every time it comes up encouraging travel.
As easy as possible to do the right thing. And there's a lot of talk at the moment about tree planting, and from an ecological perspective there may be a better way. So we're a great fan of allowing natural regeneration because it will create a much more ecologically balanced habitat than a tree planting scheme.
Plans like the output. The key issue is always finance, because to reach a lot of these goals, expectations, you need the money there.
But the district plan was not written that long ago. It didn't take a genius to see that this is where it was going. But having said that, the council have really upped their game in terms of their engagement with sustainability through this event by bringing together residents and councillors and businesses and community groups to all talk together about what they think the key issues are and begin to think about working together to find solutions. It's a really great event. There's a lot of energy, there's a lot of engagement, a lot of great conversations and connections being made here today.
I think the main problem is lack of joined up administration. You've got different departments focusing on different things, expert in different things, but they should all get together and say, basically, what's our vision of sustainable living?
I'm just educating myself and seeing where I can get involved in pushing these things forward at a local level, I suppose.
So the takeaway today is how many people, both council officers and councillors, are really keen to improve what they're doing to address the climate emergency.
We are very much the custodians of our towns for our generation, and we've got to pass something on to the next generation who will carry this forward. And I hope that during our generation we can make significant inroads, but public transport is thwarted by cost, availability, convenience, which is the big one, and modal shift is good, but I think we need opinion formers. We need the regular articles in the paper. We need to inform schools and try and bring on the younger people to this way of thinking. And I remember back in my childhood when there was this massive anti-smoking campaign and my parents smoked, we used to come in from school having heard of trying to get my mother and father to stop smoking. So we were actually applying the pressure domestically for change, whatever that change might be.
Perhaps deliver those targets is all part of planning policy. It's not just where they're going to go, it's that you don't get to build this nice kind of solution.
So if you can say such and such river dried up last year, and that river is in the area where you're leaving to, then...
Yes, I was a bit sceptical when I came along, but I've enjoyed it. It's been quite nice being able to sit around the table with councillors and with other interested parties. Because normally when I meet councillors, it's maybe in a planning meeting, they can be, quite, not confrontational, but a bit of an atmosphere, because often they're doing things you don't want them to do. So actually sitting with them face to face has been a good experience. I think we've achieved something.
For me personally, coming to East Herts and actually seeing community engagement, stakeholder engagement in action, and people being valued and offering valuable pieces of their perspectives, their wisdom, is just great. It's encouraging, there's lots of energy, lots of enthusiasm, and it's a massive challenge, which I think with the sorts of people you have here, the sorts of residents you have, I think there's still hope.
Climate crisis is here. It's real and threatens our health and way of life. No ifs, no buts. Graham McAndrew summarises the day's achievements.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming along to the Climate Forum this afternoon. Their engagement with all the facilitators. It's been a really good day and the feedback has been really positive. We will get back to them and we look forward to meeting them up with them again.
Priorities identified, ideas collected. East Herts are keen to hear the widest level of contribution from residents, local businesses, academia and retailers. Join in, join the conversation, join the action.